make it a better place. It'll take.
Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and I wanted to share with you guys my Project Life album. This is my Memory Keeping Friday post, and I know that I usually share my Project Life album at the end of the month. The last Saturday of every single month is my Project Life blog hop. And I'd love for anybody who wants to participate, I would love for you guys to participate. All you have to do is email me. But I know that I skipped that last month. I did not post about my Project Life album, and mainly that is because I'm a little bit behind. Some of you guys know just from following my website that in July, my husband changed jobs. So I used to have this really amazing schedule worked out for my Project Life album. He worked late on Friday nights, and so on Fridays I would upload photos. Like Friday morning I would gather all of our devices, get all of our photos into the computer, and then I would spend Friday afternoon doing any of the editing I needed to do for my photos, putting photos together to have multiple photos printed on one 4x6, all of that, and then I would upload them to Walgreens, and then Friday night he would pick them up, and then Friday when he would get home, usually the kids were already down, and I would come and put my photos in and do some Project Life for the week, and then that was my system. Because he changed jobs, he can no longer pick up photos for me. So for basically all of July and all of August, I just didn't do any kind of Project Life at all. I was just very overwhelmed with our life and what was going on and everything changing, and then I couldn't pick photos up, I couldn't get photos. So I just really didn't know what to do. So at the end of August, I gathered up all of our devices and got all the photos uploaded. And the other thing is that I changed phones. So I went from an Android phone to an iPhone. And so that took some getting used to as to how I got my photos to my computer kind of thing. So I gathered up all of our devices, got all my photos onto the computer, and sent them away. I sent them to Snapfish and had them printed, and I ended up getting 150 photos uploaded, and then I just had them ship them to me, which is what I used to do. I used to just every 3 months get photos, and it was like 300 photos, and then I would scrapbook. So I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. I still want to get photos printed weekly, but I'm just not sure that that's going to happen until the beginning of the year because I just have so much going on. We're going into the holidays. I have a lot of traveling I'm doing in September. I just really don't know that that's going to happen right now, but that is my goal because that is what works best for me. So I wanted to share with you guys what I've done and where I'm at. I have not received my photos yet. They should be here anytime. I will just be able to slip those in, and then I wanted to show you where my album is, and then at the end of September, the last Saturday of September, I will have my Project Life blog hops happening again. So what I've started to do is I did get my album out last week, and I started doing a few things. Like I started making sure my calendars were all filled out. I started doing my week cards, just adding a little bit to them, and decided what I was going to do. And then I started filling in any of the paper that I needed to fill in. So like this particular insert was when we were leaving on vacation, and I didn't have this paper in here. And so I went through and decided what paper I would need to match, and then I printed out some Project Life cards. This card and this card were digital. They're digital cards that I have. They're from Becky Higgins. This is the road trip set, and I just have it digitally, so I just printed out what I needed. And then I just started filling in. I needed something here, so I did this. Again, these two cards were from digitally. I printed them out. They're the American, I forget what they're called, but they're just the digital kit by her, and I have them. Same thing with this one, and then I stamped this image on here. I have this stamp, and I stamped it on there. So you can see I just started to go through and really fill in my week cards, and then I just made sure that I had paper or cards anywhere that there were blank spots. I've not journaled, and then see, this is the 1st of July, and this is where I ended photos. So this was, let's see, this was our vacation, and it was week 28. And that's where or week 29 is where I stopped printing photos pretty much. So I went through here again. I just went through, made sure my week card was done. I printed out these cards right here. This is a digital file that I purchased, and I just printed out these and slipped them in the pockets. And then I had some inserts that I just made sure I had all my stuff. You know, I just basically was gluing it down, dropping memorabilia in where I knew it needed to go, and then doing my week cards. Because then as we get into weeks 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36, and 37, I have no photos at all, okay? So I knew that I just wanted to get those week cards in, and then for August, I decided to do these week cards, and I just did them how I do them, where this is week 32, this is week 33, so I just did it like that. Then there's this one, and then the next one is here, and then we start September, and I don't have a week or date card for September yet. So then I just filled out my calendar because I hadn't done that. I dropped in a bunch of memorabilia into this pocket. For August, I used the Clementine core kit for the most part. That was my very first core kit. I'm planning on just doing some stamping. I'm not, like, I'll stamp week 32 on here and that will be it, because I have my date card right here. So I used Clementine for the most part. For August, you can see the very last week of August, I did use a couple different cards. Like this card is from Jade, this card is from Jade, this card is from the Cobalt kit, and then this is Jade and Jade. And that was just because they were orange and I needed to like kind of match with my orange title card. That's the only reason that I used different cards. Otherwise, all of August is Clementine, and I really, really love the Clementine core kit. It is one of my favorites. So it is a classic. So then for September, which we're now in September when I'm sharing this with you guys, I used the Midnight core kit, and the reason I did that is because it's very, very neutral, and I have a ton going on in September. So in September, I'm traveling to Utah for 5 days because I'm going on the Founders Circle trip. So I knew I had that, and then I also, at the end of September, I'm going to Washington, D.C. with my husband because I earned the getaway vacation through Stampin' Up. I earned that trip, and so we're going to be gone for 4 days in Washington, D.C. So I really wanted a kit that was very like neutral, that I could just add in whatever embellishments or whatever I wanted, and I knew I didn't want to do a lot because I wouldn't have a lot of time. So I start with the Midnight core kit. This piece of paper right here is a designer series paper from Stampin' Up, and it just is, it matches, it's black and white basically. And so I did that. So that's my calendar, and then I'll have stuff to go in here. This is week 37, and it's real basic, straightforward. There's no additions to it. And then week 38, I will have my Founders Circle trip. And so I just have one insert for that. So here's my week 38. It'll go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll have photos from at home. What's happening at home will go in these slots when I'm not here. I'll be leaving Wednesday. So I'll be gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'll be gone Sunday of the next day of the next week. So these photos will just be what's happening at home. My husband will take photos. My daughter will take photos. It will just kind of be what's happening at home. And then this is a Stampin' Up insert. It is number 3. And it has the 4x6s and then the 3 4x4s. So this is just Stampin' Up paper, and this is Stampin' Up paper, and then I'll have photos or whatever in these, and then it'll flip over. So I have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 photos. So that'll be a good overview of my trip. And then the very next week is week 39, and you can see on my sticky note that I just have Washington trip. So I know that's when I set this up. That's kind of what I did, is I wrote my weeks down, the dates, and then like this is my Washington DC trip. So I have a few inserts for Washington DC. So I have for week 39 is right here. So this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. We're leaving on Thursday. So my husband and I will be gone Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so those will just be photos of what's happening at home. I don't know if I'll get photos for those days or not, because I'm not the one that will be here with my kids. So I'm not sure what will happen. I might just do an overview of what happened. Their grandma will be here with them. So I don't know. I'll deal with that when we get there. So then I have quite a few inserts for Washington, DC. I have a 6x12 insert. I'm thinking that I might do an enlarged photo. I have 2 Design G inserts because I'm assuming that I'll probably have some photos that are vertical and some that are horizontal. I designed this part to kind of coordinate together, so when you opened it up, it was like the mini layout of our Washington DC trip. A photo will go here, a photo will go here, here, you know, that kind of thing. And then I'll have the back of each of these to put photos in. And then I have one, no, that's it. So those are my inserts for Washington DC, a 6x12 and then 2 Design Gs. And I figure that will give us plenty. And then I'll probably do a mini album with our Washington DC trip. And then that just goes into the end of September. So what I did over the last couple weeks, as I've been thinking about getting my album caught up or set up or whatever, I'm getting photos, that kind of thing, is because I have access now to the Stampin' Up! Designer paper for the holidays, I went ahead and set up October. For October, I'm using the Halloween paper in Stampin' Up! I love this paper. It's super cute and not hugely... what's the word? It's not hugely October, Halloween, scary-ish. It's just really fun and bright. So I'm using that paper. I have my insert here. I'm getting more paper as of right now. I've ordered more of this paper to finish this side out. So then here's this week. I used the Project Life by Stampin' Up! Kit, and that's where I got some of these cards, this one and then the Hello Fall. This is this week. And then this is the week of Halloween, which I've never really done this before. This is very brand new for me. I did use Halloween cards. We don't celebrate Halloween. We don't go trick-or-treating. We don't do any of that stuff, but these cards were actually pretty cute and I liked them. So for the week that is the week of Halloween, I have these cards. I don't know, we'll just see how I like it. It probably won't match any of our photos at all, but that's okay. So that's October. November, I used a 6x6 paper pad, and this can actually come out. So for November, I just did that 6x6 paper pad, and then I used some other like cards from the Project Life kit. It worked out really good. It matched my divider. I used designer paper for this. So here is, and then I need paper for these 2 slots. I ran out of, I always forget if I get a 6x6 paper pad, I need to get 2 of them so I have enough paper to do a 1-month spread. And then, so this is Thanksgiving, and again, I used the cards from the Project Life kit so that I could have these cards, like it says, I'm so blessed, so thankful, Thanksgiving traditions. And then we go into December, and I used the cards from the Project Life holiday kit, and so that's what these were, and then all of these are that. I added designer paper, and it matched really well, and then I have my cards. And I've just set up each week using those cards. I ran out of cards and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for the last few weeks of December, and I need to add a page protector because I kind of ran out of those Christmas cards in that kit, and I want to keep it kind of the same looking type theme. So through October, my album is all set up and I just have to add photos. So hopefully that will help with things being more stressful with the holidays. So make sure you guys come back at the end of September, the last Saturday of September, and I will have actually my photos in, and hopefully I'll have more embellishing done and I'll have journaling done. And you guys can see that, and I'll take photos. You can always go over to my coordinating blog post. I have links to all of the product down below in the YouTube description. I've started doing that, listing all the products. So you guys can order right from YouTube, or you can go to my website and see what I've used, and then you can order Stampin' Up! Product through me. So thanks guys for coming by and hanging out with me, and I will chat with you guys later on next week with new projects. Thanks guys, I'll talk to you later.